I saw the phone light up at exactly 2:17 a.m. The room was dark, quiet, and completely still, except for that soft glow coming from the screen. It was the kind of light that feels louder than sound, the kind that pulls your attention even when you're half asleep. For a moment, I didn't move. I just watched it. The phone vibrated gently against the table, each buzz slow and deliberate, as if it was giving me time to decide. I remember thinking how strange it was that something so small could feel so heavy in that moment. I stared at it, trying to understand why it was ringing so late. I didn't answer it. I told myself it was probably nothing, a mistake, a wrong number, a call that could wait until morning. I told myself that nothing important ever happens at that hour. The ringing continued, and with every second, the silence in the room felt thicker. Eventually, the screen went dark. The call ended, just like that. The room returned to silence, as if nothing had happened at all. I placed the phone face down on the table, turned onto my side, and closed my eyes, expecting sleep to come quickly. It didn't. Instead, my thoughts drifted backward, pulling me into memories I hadn't visited in a long time. I thought about the last conversation we had. Not the exact words, just the feeling, familiar, comfortable, easy. There was a time when talking to them felt effortless. We didn't need a reason to call. Sometimes we talked about serious things, sometimes about absolutely nothing. We could sit in silence, and it never felt awkward. Then life slowly grew louder. Workdays became longer, evenings became shorter, messages were read but left unanswered, calls were postponed with the quiet promise of later. There was never an argument, never a clear ending, just distance. Distance doesn't arrive suddenly. It builds quietly, one missed moment at a time. Lying there in the dark, I told myself I would call back in the morning. I promised myself I would. When morning came, everything felt different, brighter, louder, distracting. The memory of the call felt smaller in daylight, like something my mind had exaggerated during the night. I went about my day, carrying a quiet weight I didn't yet understand. Hours passed. Then I found out. The call hadn't been accidental. They had been trying to reach me for days, maybe longer. They never left a message. They believed some conversations deserved a voice, that some words shouldn't be typed or saved for later. That night was their final attempt. When I heard that, my first reaction wasn't sadness. It was disbelief. I replayed the moment again and again. The glow of the screen, the stillness of the room, the choice I didn't even realize I was making. I thought about how easily I could have answered. Just a small movement, just a few words, but I didn't. Regret doesn't always arrive dramatically. Sometimes it settles in slowly, like a shadow you don't notice until it's always there. It showed up in empty rooms, in quiet evenings, in moments when my phone buzzed and my heart jumped for no reason at all. I began wondering what they wanted to say. Was it something simple? Something they had been holding on to for a while? Or was it something heavier? Something they were afraid to speak unless they heard my voice on the other end? The worst part wasn't knowing the answer. It was knowing I never would. Since that night, I keep my phone close. Not because I expect another call, but because I need to believe I won't miss the next one. Some moments don't announce their importance. They don't warn you. They don't ask you to be ready. They arrive quietly. And when they leave, they don't explain themselves. They simply go.